Hello guys, welcome to this gameplay review. Today we're going to be looking at a Platinum 5 support main who is called Wolfiana, and he's going to be playing Nami. It's playing on the EUNE server.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
So right off the bat we see that you don't really scout. So you are not really like hindering them from invading you right now. Sure, they're not going to get any kills or anything by invading right now, so it's safe. But you still need to scout to hinder them from dropping wards or getting other useful information. For example, if they invade right now, they can see that the jungler is not starting bottom lane, which is going to help them a lot in terms of positioning themselves into lane, and they know they can play more aggro in the earlier levels, so to say. So you still need to scout here. I don't like that you're standing at the tower, AFKing. Oh yeah, I need to turn off Fog of War.
Minions have spawned.
Second mistake that I don't really like is that right now you can actually do a cheese. So if we look at their level 1 and then you compare to your level 1, we can tell that their level 1 is better if Leona can get a stun off. But what I want you to do is you should just go for a quick trade on top of the Ezreal to drop him to maybe 2/3 of HP maybe. Because in the early game, HP is key to winning lane, alright? The lane that has more potions or has more sustain or anything really, is usually the one who's gonna win, unless you make a big mistake. So, you know, just dealing that much damage to Ezreal this early in the game is gonna help you so much here. So I would like you, instead of standing AFK at the tower here at the start, you're not gonna help jungler anyways. You should either be taking Gromp, but personally I don't really like it. So you could actually do a cheese here and stand in this bush, and just harass the Ezreal down before the lane even starts, and you will have a huge advantage. Okay, so there's not a lot of Leonas that actually start E, so I understand that if you're taken by surprise. Not much to say there really. Keep watching. Oh yeah, right there. You don't want to harass Leona at all. When you're playing a very kind of a lane bully as Nami, you don't want to go for the support because they have more potions. You want to go for the AD carry who only has 3. Okay? So, for example, if you trade a potion for Ezreal's potion, it's going to be a lot more worth for you, because then Ezreal will not have any more sustain. Remember what I said at the start of the video, that HP is key to winning lane. Usually the lane with more HP is the one who's going to win, unless the other part is super far ahead, for example. But here you're on even footing, so you need to harass the Ezreal more to make him pop his potion, and you will have a huge advantage here. I like your zoning here. I said. Let's just see how this place goes. I don't like that play. I don't like it at all. Let's see that again. Now, the reason why I'm saying I think this is bad is because all you have to do to establish lane dominance in this lane is get the level 2 first. Look at all these minions, alright? He's not gonna hit level 2 yet. He needs to kill one caster minion, and then he needs to kill these 2 before he can hit level 2. All you need to do is kill this minion. Right? At level 2 is the biggest power spike that you're gonna have in this entire game. It's the biggest power spike that you can get. So, killing this creep first instead, and then you can go all in. This trade is bad, alright? Once again, you're still on even footing, but if you just get that level 2 first, you're gonna dominate that lane. But instead you take a risky trade that kinda goes... It still goes into your favor, but you could have probably played it a lot better. don't like this. Okay, so from the information that we got from the start, we know that Mundo started bottom lane, right? Because he was late, because they were late into lane, they probably helped Mundo clearing the Krogs. So we know that the jungler is bottom side right now. And we don't know how healthy he is. Maybe he got a really good leash, maybe he got like a mediocre leash, but maybe he smited red. Like went Krogs into Raptors, then he did red, and he might be really healthy right now, so he can actually go for a potential gank bottom lane. So what you're doing right now is you're not respecting the gank. You need to push this out to make the lane neutral, and then you need to go and ward. This is like, you're not respecting the gank at all. You might be able to escape, but, you know, burning summoners is not gonna... burning summoners is not, like, good, so to say. Alright, let's see here. Oh! You're not looking at Leona there, right? You're not looking... You're not looking, man. Look at this. So, you wanna go for the trade. First of all, you have a potion. Pop the potion when you're this low, right? Don't greed. Don't greed with your HP. Look at this. I can see you wanna go for the trade here on Astral. But you are tunneling on top of onto Astral, I should rather say. And what happens instead is that Leona are gonna get like an easy Q, right? You're lining yourself up for the Leona right now. This is super easy for her to land. You missed the Q, but it's a mechanical mistake, and you know yourself that it was bad. So I mean, this could have been avoided. This could have been super avoided, right? I like that you want to go for the trade on Astral. I really like it. But when you see that Leona walks forward, you need to back off. Hard. You essentially like make Yin use his heal for nothing, and you have to use your flash for nothing, really. We see Mundo, so the gank is not gonna come. That's good. So the reason why I'm playing this is a pretty slow pace is because the laning phase is everything about supports. Okay, so we need to go a little bit slow here. Ooh. Nice, that was a good trade. Oh. I will talk about this in a little bit. I just want to see. Okay, I want to go back here. First of all, I have to tell you that this was a great trade to start off. Okay, good that you harassed Astral. I like that you put the E on Jin so we can go in, right? Get the damage done. He's a little bit too scared, but right there, this is a perfect trade. But here you need to back off. Okay, look at this. First things first. Your AD carry doesn't have heal. They have heal. You don't have exhaust. You have no flash. You're half HP. You don't have the resources to fight this lane. This lane is super bursty. If you get caught out, like, you're dead. And this is what happens. Second thing, you don't respect the Leona E. And you get hooked by her. Or sorry, you get hit by her E. And they have an easy time bursting you. And the third thing is that they have a lot of minions. And in the early game, minions hurts a lot. So this trade right here is... The trade was good, but you overstayed for too long, right? Right there you need to back off. You don't have the resources to fight this lane. We'll be able to get him. Nice. Once again, I still think you should have backed off. Now, it ends up being worth, because Lee Sin came, but if Lee Sin would not have been there, it would have still been a super bad trade instead.
A summoner has disconnected.
So, all in all, in the laning phase, I feel that you're playing mechanically okay. But what you need to do is you need to respect Leona's E a lot more. You need to push for level 2 faster, and then you can abuse your level 2 instead. And I also want you to ward a lot more for potential jungle ganks, and I also want you to harass the AD carry and not the support, essentially.
A summoner has reconnected.
I don't understand why you're bubbling the waves. You're just wasting mana and cooldowns. There's no point in bubbling the waves. I understand if you want to keep it freezed, but it's gonna be freezed anyways. No need to waste mana. Right here, you need to tell your AD carry to freeze. Alright. I don't see why you guys are pushing this. You're losing the lane right now. Jin has a kill, sure. But their lane is better than yours. And you have no summoners. Well, you have exhaust, but you still have no heal. You have no flash. If you get caught out once, you're dead. So it's better to freeze, alright? Let Jin poke, and you just harass Desrol as soon as he goes for a CS. If they go all in, you have the tower for safety. And you have all these minions to back you up instead. But if you push right now, you still have the minion, but you don't have the tower for safety, right? So they can still burst you really, really hard. So I don't like that you are pushing this up, alright? You need the safety of the tower, so just tell your AD carry to freeze this. Don't push it up. I think it's a bad call to push it here. Seems like a good gank here. Ah, you tried to predict the E. I like that you do the risky plays. Ah, that's unfortunate. The Kala played it badly, but yeah. I don't understand why Lee is taking the Crocs here. Here you need to tell Lee to help you push the tower, alright? It was a really good roam by Katarina. She overcommitted to Leona, but whatever. But overall, it was a good gank. And right now, you need to push the tower. Get as much damage done to the tower as possible. Towers are probably the best objective to take in the early game. Except for maybe Infernal Drakes. You can argue to that, but once again, first tower goal is insane. And overall, just killing towers gives so much pressure to the map. Alright. So here, just tell Lee Sin to get as much damage to the tower as possible, alright? Because the next time you're able to get a gank like this, you're gonna kill the tower, and you can start putting pressure on other places on the map, alright? So, deal as much damage as possible to the tower until they show up again. Right now, I would probably back off because their laners, or their lane is coming back again. Yeah, right here I would recall, right here. This is greedy. This is really greedy. Because if Mundo comes down, his red is about to spawn. Which you should know, because you know he's our bottom side. We should be around bottom lane. Okay, he's top lane, so safe. I still don't like that you're staying though. The reason why I'm telling you that this is a bad idea to stay is because you have gold to spend, right? Look at Leona's item, for example. She has more items than you have, even though she... Oh, she didn't die, sorry. But she has more items than you right now, okay? And you're sitting on 575 gold, which is a ruby stone, alright? And you need that tankiness to survive this lane. So whenever you get a good fight like this, you always want to recall. Alright? You're not gonna lose a lot of minions if you recall here, because they have a siege minion, and the wave is pretty far up in on their side of the lane, so it's gonna take time for it to reach the tower. So recall here and get your items, because you have an advantage, but you need to use it. I think Jin has a lot of gold as well. He has 700, so he can finish... What is he building? I don't know what he's building, but he can finish an item at least, for sure. Like Phage. It looks like he's building for Phage for some reason. I don't know why. But here, I don't like to just say you should recall. Absolutely. Good trade. I'm gonna give you codes to that, but once again, I don't like that you're saying. Good trade again. On top of the Leona though, you still need to harass the The Astral, he has no potions. Always look at who has the potions and who doesn't have the potions. Fiona doesn't have potions as well, but Astral is squishier. It's easier to harass him. See? All of that uses damage. So this might work out. I think this is a mediocre recall. Because they can push this wave into your tower right now. And Jin is gonna lose like 5 CS. This one is gonna die now, and then he's gonna lose these 4. If you would have recalled earlier, you would have gotten a lot more gold instead. And you could have used your advantage to kill them once again. But right now you are at a stop, so to say, right? You're not grabbing the momentum that you have gained, so to say. So I think this is a mediocre recall. I'm guessing that Jin wanted his items for some reason. I don't understand his build. Why he's going boost of swiftness so quickly, but you know, I still think he should have recalled, get that phage, and went back into lane with potions. Alright. So I think this is a mediocre recall overall. And once again, I want you to use the advantage that you have gotten in lane. So yeah, you shouldn't even be in this situation right now. You should be further ahead than they are, so to say. And you should have gotten more kills. Now, if Leona would have helped him push the lane, it would have actually reached your tower. But she didn't help Astral to push the lane, so he's still gonna get the farm. So it ends up being a good recall, but if you're up against better players, that is not gonna work. There's no way that is gonna work. Because they're just gonna push up the wave super quickly. And I don't like your item choice. You had enough gold for a Sightstone. And I don't understand why you're going for more damage here. I think you had it, right? You had 800 gold when you recalled. Yeah, you had 800 gold when you recalled. You should have just bought Sightstone instead. Half of your job as a support is to ward. So right now you're not doing half of your job. You still have trinkets and you still have a pink ward, which is good. But I don't like that you go the damage item. I want you to go Sightstone here instead. Alright? You want to pressure this tower, but if you don't have the vision to find, for example, the Mundo, now Mundo is here of course, but let's say that he would have been healthier. And he could have maybe done a potential gank on top of you. You would have wanted to ward instead. So I don't like the damage item. When you want to pressure towers, you want to go for Sightstone. That was an early ult in my opinion. They waited. He's dead. Survives. He takes the tower. This is good. This is really good. Great. I like that you take the tower. Ah, they can take. You can take it. Here, I don't know what you're doing. Once again, when you're grabbing momentum, you need to recall, get items, and then you can pressure somewhere, alright? So right now you don't have Sightstone, you don't have Sweeper, you don't have like the basic, like the core of a support. You don't have the core items for a support. You just got a tower, and you just kill the bottom lane. I think you got 3 kills right there. So, and once again, you have enough gold for a Sightstone. So I don't understand why you're staying so long when you have the items for one of your best, like one of the best items for support. And I don't understand why you're not getting it right now. There's nothing that you can gain from going mid right now, except for farm, which you don't need. You have a gold generating item, and your job is just to support the Jhin and your team right now, which you're not doing because you don't have Sightstone. So I don't like that you're going mid. You should have recalled, gone inside stone, and you should have been deep warding instead. Sorry, I dropped the headset. Let's see. So you go for the gank on Veigar. Plays the ult a little bit weirdly, but this is interesting. Okay. So right now you're winning because the opponent doesn't have the map awareness to see that you guys are roaming down. So they wanna try to kill Jhin, but they fail, I guess. And then you just clean it up. I don't know. You guys are just winning right now because they are playing really badly. But once again, you're not really doing anything. You have no... Okay, so sieging versus a Veigar is not the best idea. Because Veigar has decent wave clear and you don't have any pushing power with Katarina and Nami. Also, Katarina is roaming top lane right now, so you have nothing to gain in mid lane. So here you should also recall. But once again, you shouldn't even be in this situation. You should have recalled even earlier and just get deep vision, and you should be pushing with your team. You're not gaining momentum right now. If you still look at, like, you are... Let's just check the gold real quick and see who is even and who's ahead. So you and Leona is pretty much just dead even. Leona is in a slight advantage. She has like 100 more gold or something. But you're essentially even. But she has more items than you because she has been dead more and she's recalled more. So she's actually stronger than you right now. But because you haven't recalled, you don't have the fighting power that Leona has.
What beauty truly is.
You go for the ult. Okay. Once again, you don't have any pushing power with Katarina. I don't know why you're going mid. Here I would help Lee Sin with a dragon instead. You're not gonna get a tower right now. It's better to take. It is better to help Lee Sin and Jhin take the dragon quickly, and then you can all four push mid instead. Yeah, good fight. Not much to comment on that, to be honest. I think it was a good fight overall. Let's see if you recall here. Good. I can't stress this enough, man. You need to recall more. You've been running around with these items for how long? I don't know. For like 5 minutes now, maybe? Yeah, since like 10 minutes or something, so almost 6 minutes now. About 6 minutes or something like that, you've been running around with these items. Which should never happen. You're ahead right now. You have gained the momentum. You got 2 towers, you got an 1 dragon, and you have 6 assists. But there's no vision. You don't have the vision right now to make plays. You need to ask yourself right now, what is my goal? What is our team's goal? What is the objective you want to take? So, like, there's Rift Herald up. There's an outer turret here, which is essentially free, because you have already gotten these 2 towers. So this tower is actually really easy to get, because like it's a lot easier to pressure on the map when they lack the vision from this tower, for example. And they don't have the safety of this tower as well, so they need to stand almost here if they want to be safe. So getting deep vision into their jungle is a lot easier, making it easier to take this tower because then you know where they are. And if you're able to get a good fight of it, you can get Rift Herald. Vision is key to winning. And also grabbing momentum when you have an opportunity, so to say. Grabbing momentum when you're ahead is what I should rather say. See? That was a good flash. Good exhaust. Imagine if you would have items right there instead. You could have survived easily. So, okay, so now you buy Sightstone. Good. I like it. Good that you get Sweeper. I like it. What I don't like is you going Aegis right now. And why I'm saying that is because if you look at their team comp, they have one magic dealer plus Leona, but she's not really dealing that much damage. It is her passive that deals damage. And then they have Mundo, who deals a mixture of physical and magic damage. But none of them are really that far ahead right now. The way that they are gonna win is if they're able to pick you guys one by one and getting back into the game, which you need to deny. So in my opinion, I would rather see a Michaels? I don't know. I guess Michaels is a better pronunciation. So we want to get that item to prevent Poppy stun, Veigar stun, Leona stun, and maybe even like Mundo slow, right? Right now you just want to make sure that your team doesn't get caught and hinder the opponent to getting back into the game, alright? Deny them those kills and tell your team to group up, get that top tower and get the Rift Herald, and just keep pushing right now. Grab the momentum that you have gained and don't stop. If you stop, you start throwing. Like there, for example. Not 2 kills though, which is good. Let's slow down here. Here I would turn for Rift Herald. You overstay here a little bit. You're overstaying a little bit too much, alright? So if we just go back to here, for example. So right here you have the support of Katarina, so this is like, it's greedy, but it is okay. But now you see that Katarina is moving away. Okay, so now she's moving away, but you're staying. This is dumb. So you're gonna say something like, "Oh, it was a bait," but I don't know. To me, it was like you didn't really see that Katarina move away, and you tried to get an engage in. But if they would have had a little bit more items, they could have probably killed you right now. Then your team comes of course and cleans it up, which is good. But I don't like that you're overstaying as support. Okay. And here I would definitely recall. Okay. I don't know. That guy's dumb. So you're getting a lot of kills, but not that many objectives. But it is fine. Alright, this is fine still. I don't like that you're recalling here. This is not the best idea in my opinion. So first of all, you're split up from Yin. And Ezreal was at a reasonable amount of HP. If he's in this bush, he can kill you right now. Now you did sweep, so you will know if he's in this bush, but he will see your sweeper. So all he has to do is jump over this wall and he will kill you. You don't have flash and you don't have exhaust. So if he's in this bush right now, you're gonna give a kill for free. I don't know where you're still trying to make plays with this amount of HP. And I also believe you have a lot of gold. Yeah, you have 1,000 gold. So you can get boots. Depending on the boots you can get like another component for Aegis right now as well. So I don't know, I don't like this play at all. And even though like you're winning right now, right? You're winning really hard, but Astral actually has a decent amount of kills, so don't underestimate his damage right now. Even though he's still scaling because he's mana immune, sorry, and he's building for Mura mana.
Shall transcend.
That doesn't mean that he has like a small amount of damage, that he has little damage, because he has quite a lot of damage with Chi. So once again, you are staying too long. Should have recalled earlier and get some items. Still staying, I don't like this at all. If Mundo turns here, he can kill you. Yeah.
Red team has slain the dragon.
Also notice that you haven't gotten an objective in a while. Okay, you got dragon right now, but you haven't gotten a tower in a while. So you still need to group up with your team. Nasus doesn't have teleport, but it's Nasus. You want to split full game, so you should allow him to do it. This is good, except that Lee Sin is not the team. Okay, yeah, Lee Sin isn't there. So I like that you are trying to pressure objectives. I love it. But you can't overstay. As soon as you see one of them, you need to call your team back. Because you have a Nasus without teleport. And Nasus' job is to get farmed and push towers. And as you also saw, Lee Sin was doing Gromp, so he's not with you. So it's a 3v4 right now. And it doesn't look like Leona's there either. Leona's top trying to stop Nasus. So they have a lot of damage with their team because, you know, Pop is there who has, let's see, she has Trinity Force and Hexdrinker, so she's gonna one-shot Jin right now. If she gets a good standoff, of course. So you overstayed there for too long, you didn't have Lee Sin, and Nas is not gonna be able to join, or he's not gonna join.
Shut down.
Yeah, that is how you wanna play the team comp. When you have Nasus, you try to pressure a different lane, and you just let Nasus get big and do his job, so to say. So you have Aegis right now. That's good. I would watch out for potential Baron. For a potential Baron from their side right now, because we saw them on the top side, and you showed yourself bottom lane with Jin, so they can actually start a potential Baron right now. Now I don't think it's dangerous because you have Katarina and you have Nasus and Lee Sin there, so I don't think they're gonna be able to do it. But it is more if they decide to do it. You wanna be there and you wanna win the fight, because honestly, they can't do it without getting away. Alright? They're not gonna be able to do it, but they might still try it and you want to be there if they do try it, so to say. So they're back mid. You are 2 versus 3. And I don't understand why you are trying to make plays happen here. There's no reason to try to make a play here when your team isn't there. Just wait for them to... Like, Lee Sin was farming wolves, alright? He was farming wolves, which arguably might have been his fault, right? But you also need to recognize that, okay, my Lee Sin is doing wolves. Let's not go in here. Let's wait for him to finish the wolves, and then we can go in. There's absolutely no reason to make plays right there. If this would have been a 5v5 rank game and you would have had voice comm, that play might have worked. Because then you could have called Lee Sin there. But you don't have voice comm in solo queue. So you need to play differently, so to say. Yeah, these 5 deaths could have been avoided easily.
Shut down.
Really good.
Shut
So
down.
they overcommit and you're just able to catch them off. Don't chase the Mundo. Just call Baron. So what happened there was that you chased Mundo for an eternity. And it was a good fight because they overcommitted and you were able to kill them all. But you didn't get a single objective. My question is, why don't you go Baron? Lee Sin is about to come up. Right? So instead of chasing Mundo for that long, you could have gone Baron instead. Mundo is not going to be able to steal it, you can zone him easily. And Lee Sin was on his way to tank the Baron as well. I think that would have been a perfect Baron call instead. So it looks like Nami's an end. So I think it's just gonna be one more fight. Okay, now you're building Michaels. I think you should have switched the order instead. Because once again, they have quite a lot of magic damage, but they didn't have a lot of damage back when you were building for ages. So I think Michaels would have been a better first buy instead. Good ult. Almost got Mundo in there. Oh, the replay continues, my bad. The timer said it would go on to 27:30. But it seems like it's a little bit more. Oh, never mind. And the game is over. I just want to give a quick summary of what I think you should be improving. The first thing is that you really need to recall more. Right? I think that was one of the biggest things that you need to improve on. Like, your mechanics are overall good. And you also recognize that as a support you need to pressure other lanes. Once you get an advantage in your lane, you can pressure other lanes. But because you didn't recall, you couldn't really do that. And those 5 deaths could have been avoided simply by going back to base and buying more items. Because that would have made you more tankier, it would have made your team tankier, it would have just been overall better. And because you didn't recall, you didn't get Sightstone, which would actually played a pretty big role in this game, because that made it almost impossible to get towers early on. But you still got the towers, but it went a little bit too slow in my opinion, so getting the Sightstone will help you get the towers faster. because then you can make picks, and you will know where your opponents are, so you can play accordingly, which I think you need to think about. And then it was also your laning phase, the first 4 minutes, right? You don't really respect the enemy support CC. You don't think about level 2 engages, like when to go in when you're level 2. And then it's the standard greed, oversaying, which kind of go hand in hand with the first point, that you need to recall more. Alright? You're greeding for kills when there is general a better play. Then you miss quite a lot of ultis, so just consider yourself, how should I place my ultis? A lot of times you place it a little bit too far. Not like close enough to their escape route, right? It's better to place a Nami ult that is ahead of their escape route, so to say, instead of placing them right at them, right? Because then they can flash out, or they can even walk out a lot of times. But if you place it so that it kind of passes through their escape route, they have to go back and dodge it. And that might actually make your team catch up to them, or it will still force a flash, which is good. Or they will just have to eat the ult. Right, so it's better to place a Nami ult into their escape route rather than right at them, because that will make it harder for them to dodge it. And then I also want you to look at where you should be putting your pressure, alright? And I'm thinking a lot of times when you went mid, and there was no one to support. You were essentially 1v1ing the Veigar, grabbing XP, soaking XP, but you didn't really do anything. Not recalling, getting items. You didn't go into the enemy jungle and ward. And you didn't help your team with objectives. There were also times when you went mid, for example the time when you went mid with Katarina versus a Veigar who has decent wave clear. There's no way you're gonna get the tower. So it is better to help Lee Sin in that scenario to get the dragon instead. Just take it faster, so to say. He doesn't need help taking it, but it will go faster, and he will be healthier. But besides from that, I think I don't have anything else to say. So I would like you to thank you for sending in this VOD review. And if you have any other reviews, you can, or if you have another replay, you can send it to rockstar.com. But yeah, thank you, and I hope to hear from you soon.